Hello, welcome to my talk today. My name is Joseph Mbele. I'm a Tanzanian. I teach here at St. Olaf College in Northfield, Minnesota. I'm in the English department. I've been here since 1991. That's about 33 years now. I teach literature from around the world, as well as folklore. Before I came here, I was teaching at the University of Dar es Salaam in Tanzania, my country, from 1976. I was in the literature department. In these talks that you can watch on my YouTube channel, I'm just speaking the way I speak in everyday life. I am very much myself, spontaneous. I don't work with a script. My talks are not rehearsed, so be comfortable. Today I want to introduce a dimension of my work as an educator. I teach in the classrooms, as I've indicated, but I also am a cultural consultant. I help Africans and Americans to navigate cultural differences. I do presentations and workshops, and I write. I've published some books, 2 books to be precise, and another one is in progress. I would like to focus on how my work has impacted my relationship with Black Americans. It's a specific group, and so the topic is very specific today. Back when I started my work as a cultural consultant, advising students going on study abroad programs, programs that are run by United States colleges and universities, taking students to African countries. I started off as an advisor, offering cultural orientation. And then slowly I branched into working with Black Americans, connecting with Black Americans. I joined some organization in Minneapolis, St. Paul, an organization that discusses and strategizes about various issues, politics, education, and life in general, pertaining to Black Americans and Black people in general. There are talks, presentations, different performances, and I've become a part of that organization. They really appreciate my talks when they give me the opportunity to talk my talks on African culture. They appreciate the fact that I help them to understand their roots. And I like to talk about African storytelling, about African folklore, about African culture in general. So that has been a highlight of the work I do with African Americans. I also connected with African Americans who have moved to Tanzania. They are in places like Arusha, Dar es Salaam, Zanzibar. I got connected with the ones in Arusha. So I've been in touch with them, and 2 times I've been in Tanzania. I have spoken to them, spoken with them on issues connected with cultural life, cultural challenges that they come across while they are over there. I've given 2 extended talks, and so there's that relationship between me and them. And my talks have focused on 2 books that I've published on the issue of cultural differences. There's this book here, Africans and Americans Embracing Cultural Differences, which, you know, some of them have been reading, and I've also focused on issues I raise in this book, which is a sequel to the first book. And this one is called Chickens in the Bus, More Thoughts on Cultural Differences. So I've established this relationship with Black Americans in Arusha, in northern Tanzania, and I learn a lot from them, you know, from their questions. I get to know more about the realities of being a Black American in Africa, and that in turn helps me to prepare maybe, you know, more writings and more talks. There's a give and take going on. And then I joined some Facebook groups for the Black diaspora, those members of the Black diaspora who are moving to Africa. I've joined the Facebook groups that connect the diaspora in Ghana, the Black Americans who have gone to Ghana and to South Africa. And slowly some of these people have begun to discover my work and to talk about it. There was, for example, a message I saw somebody sent me, an African American sent me, an African American who lived in Tanzania and is now in Rwanda. She sent me some WhatsApp comment on this book. A Black American had read this book, and he was saying, you know, how important it is that African Americans should read this book. He had also commented on a video that I made. I forgot the title of it. And so he said that video, I think it was about money. Yes, money in African and American culture. And he said that video should be required, you know, for African Americans who are going to Africa. So I began to see this feedback, and from a WhatsApp group, again, I'm talking about African Americans who are in Africa, the feedback that comes from them, because now they live in the same places where the issues I'm talking about can be experienced. And then I got to see some written comments by some other Black Americans who are in Tanzania. And I'll have a link below this video. You should definitely read what those comments are. And there's another African American who commented on this book. And she's very grateful that she read this book, and she regretted that she had not read it, you know, before she came to Africa. and it's over 10 years now. She has been there, facing a lot of challenges. And then she says if she had read this book before she went, she would have avoided some of those challenges. So it's been really a joy to have all this feedback. And today, what has made me come out like this is that yesterday I came across a video, and I'll have the link to that video below this video. You should definitely watch that video. Another African American who is now in Tanzania, has been there for several years, is promoting this book and calls it, the antidote to culture shock. I'm so excited to share that video with you. And so what I'm trying to say is these people have discovered the value of my work, and I'm doing my work in order to help people because I have experienced the challenges of living in a foreign culture, and I don't want everybody to go through those same experiences. I don't want everybody to try and figure out these things for themselves. I want to help them. They don't need to reinvent the wheel. Back to the Facebook group in Ghana, or rather the Ghana Facebook group. I remember I was initially, reading the comments of these Black Americans who are there, talking about their experiences, the challenges, and oftentimes I would comment and say these are cultural issues, and I work, to help people deal with these issues. I can help people avoid or navigate these challenges. I remember there were several of these Black Americans in that Facebook group who, I guess, decided to try and silence me. In fact, they derided me for mentioning my books again and again. Now, I don't know what else I could have done. It's my field. I've done a lot of work. I've counseled people. I've offered cultural orientation. I know the challenges. And I've published these two books, up to now, Africans and Americans, Embracing Cultural Differences, and Chickens in the Bus. I know this work for people who read them. And here you have, here I had several people, trying to deride me. And I basically stopped commenting, but now I'm coming back, today with this talk to show that the tide is turning, and more people who have actually read these books are coming out and proclaiming, the value of these books and urging other people to read these books. Those people who want to suffer and they don't want to learn, what can we do about them? It's their choice. But then I know there are some people who are open-minded and they would like any kind of assistance, any kind of help, any kind of resources that will help them settle in Africa. And I can say, just like these people, who have read my books are saying, I've created some valuable resources, and there's even a whole course I've created, and I'll have a link at the bottom of this video, another link, a course I've created to help African Americans settle in the African culture. So that's the message for today. I'm excited that I saw this video yesterday, and it was so enthusiastic, so inspiring. I thought I should come out and make this particular video to highlight this process that's happening already. of African Americans recognizing or discovering my work. Well, that's it for today. I wish you all the best.